Her story seems like a fairy tale. A beautiful young widow, stripped of her lands after her Lancastrian husband died in war, daring to kneel before the New Yorkist king under an oak tree to beg for their return. That king was Edward IV, famed for his height, charm, and appetite for women. When he saw Elizabeth, he was captivated not just by her famed beauty, but by her defiance. He expected a brief affair. She demanded marriage in a secret ceremony in May 1464. The King of England wed this commoner, making her his queen. This secret marriage was a political earthquake. Edward had been negotiating to marry a French princess for a powerful alliance. His nobles and his own mother were furious. He had chosen a widow with no royal blood and a large, ambitious family. As Queen Elizabeth ensured her numerous siblings married into England's highest nobility, creating a powerful Woodville bloc that bred deep resentment, particularly in the king's brother, Richard, Duke of Gloucester, and his former ally, the kingmaker Earl of Warwick. For over a decade, Elizabeth enjoyed power and luxury, but Edward's sudden death in 1483 shattered her world. Their heir was only 12. Elizabeth, fearing her family's enemies, tried to seize control by rushing her son's coronation, but Richard of Gloucester was faster. He intercepted the young prince, declared Edward's earlier marriage to Elizabeth invalid based on a rumor of a prior contract, and proclaimed her children illegitimate. With her 2 sons imprisoned in the Tower of London, Elizabeth was forced to surrender her younger boy as well. The princes vanished forever, becoming the legendary princes in the Tower. Richard crowned himself King Richard III. Elizabeth, stripped of her title and wealth, now backed a new claimant, Henry Tudor, in exile. He promised to marry her eldest daughter, uniting their claims. After Henry defeated Richard at Bosworth in 1485, he kept his vow, marrying Princess Elizabeth of York and founding the Tudor dynasty. Yet for the former White Queen, this was a bitter peace. Her daughter was queen, but Elizabeth herself lived on a modest, often delayed pension, suspected of plots against the new king. She died in a convent in 1492, nearly penniless. Her final request was simple: to be buried beside Edward IV, the king whose love catapulted her to a throne and into a tragedy from which she never recovered.